One would think after years of being known as the poop girl, this would get easier. Talk about poop all the time. Great intro. My name's Montana, and I'm ready to make a change. Firstly, I understand the place we're at has a lot to do, not with just one thing, but because a multifaceted perfect storm, if you will. Stress, food, lifestyle, sleep, that is something I know inherently. So I know unraveling that mess, the chaos, will take a similar, layered, long, worthy approach. Back in high school, I remember having irregular bowel movements. They were painful, I was bloated, and I just knew they never were normal. I had too much going on to pay them any attention. Sports, extracurriculars, homework, grades, family. I wouldn't change it for the world. I think I just started to ignore it. Then went to college, and that's when the symptoms became too loud to ignore. Bloating after eating, fast and frequent bowel movements, talking 5 to 10 a day, loose, watery, bloody, painful. And then you would have flares on top of that. Autoimmune condition is when the immune system gets so confused attacking the foreign things we want it to attack, viruses, bacteria, toxins, what have you. It gets so confused, it attacks our normal healthy cells. Women are more prone to autoimmune conditions. My immune system decided to start attacking my GI tract. At the age of 18, I had a colonoscopy in which they did a biopsy which confirmed a diagnosis, something called lymphocytic colitis. It's essentially an inflammatory condition of the GI tract similar to ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndrome. The white blood cells, called the lymphocytes, are overactive in my colon. They don't necessarily allow for the reabsorption of water and other fluid from the stool, so the output is more runny and diarrhea-y all the time. 10 years later, here we are. I had a colonoscopy last year that confirmed the same diagnosis, and I'm done. 10 years of, say, sickness. I don't feel sick. I've been able to live a very happy life, but it's getting to the point where there are more bad days than good, and it's starting to impact the quality of my life, so I need to make a change. And I know that change is not simple. It's taken us years and years to land where we're at, so it's going to take many layers to reverse it. I'm a nurse practitioner. I know the modern approaches. I've tried them. I was prescribed them. Knowing what I know about, I don't blame the doctors. They're limited, right? After my first colonoscopy, I was prescribed months of steroids, and they didn't work. Steroids supposed to tame the immune system, the immune response. They didn't. I was still having the GI symptoms, and I blew up. I had moon face, a red puffy steroid face, craving sugar and food, all the things. Now retrospectively, did more harm than good, but I didn't know at the time. Not once was I asked about aggravating or alleviating factors. I did on my own cut out gluten, dairy, meats. I went vegan for a time. I've had 10 years of trial and error, but I'm ready to solidify something that I know will work for me. I was listening to a podcast. It makes sense. Leaving your immune system to go unchecked, for those with autoimmune conditions, it makes you more at risk for developing more down the road. I've got to stop that. I've got to pump the brakes, figure this out now once and for all. One would think as a nurse practitioner I could figure out how to do that. They don't teach us how to address the root cause of all of these things. So I will use science. I will use my body's intuition and figuring out what feels right in me and go from there. So thanks for following along. Let's do it. So after the second colonoscopy this past year, I was prescribed another steroid. These were two separate GI doctors, two separate institutions. Still, the mainstay of treatment is a steroid. The second type, though, was a local steroid, meaning it would act in the GI system and it shouldn't have many systemic side effects. Luckily, it didn't. I felt okay overall, but my bowel movements didn't improve. They were maybe the same, if not even worse, in the sense that the regularity changed. They were unpredictable. The only thing that has helped me these past 10 years has been a fiber supplement. I first started with fiber pills, and then I transitioned to dry scooping Psyllium husk fiber before I ate. Now, the reason for that is because it would act like a brake when moving through the GI tract, and it would give the functioning colon cells more time to absorb the water. So it gave my BMs a little bit more firmness, shape, and regularity. I was able to time them and have a little bit more control over them, but they were still painful, and I was still bloated, and it just sometimes that distension causes more pain and frustration than anything else too. After the colonoscopy and how the steroids didn't help, I decided to take a third-party stool test. Granted, I didn't shit my poop off, but you take a wipe and wipe the exit site and send the wipe off. I don't know how they found out all these things, and I don't know the sensitivity and specificity of this test, but I've got nothing else, so let's give it a try. Your test results indicate a high intestinal permeability score. This suggests a weakening of the GI tract lining, which can lead to adverse GI conditions such as IBS and its related symptoms. We're looking at a high gut dysbiosis score. I'd like to show you. We've got a high gut dysbiosis score. This score is based on the number and type of good bacteria present in your gut compared to the number and kind of bad bacteria present in your gut, and it links studies. I have a high intestinal permeability score. My beta diversity is high. My microbiome is dissimilar to other healthy adults. My immune readiness score is low. It needs improvement in that suboptimal range. Talks about butyrate, bifidobacterium, how all of these are low, which decreases my immune readiness score. Luckily, they test for C. diff and other types of parasites, bacteria, which were normal. Score, granted, it's not a diagnostic test. Make some recommendations, additional insights, talks about the good bacteria. I am in the red range for all of those. Hey, I don't really know what those are, but they're better. Okay, they're mostly red. Yikes. And you go down to the bad bacteria, which I happen to be high in a lot of. So, yikerities. And I have a high level of fungi. Based on the results of that stool test, they gave me some supplement recommendations. Like I said, I love and adore the fiber, so that's not going anywhere. I get mine from Trader Joe's. It's the Now brand. I needed a little extra help from Thorne, so I got this 3-month supply. First up, we have a probiotic. I already use a probiotic. I don't notice a difference with it, and I haven't noticed a difference with previous probiotics, probably because I have to heal the lining of the gut before boosting the occupants that inhabit it. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Since I was already placing the order, I went ahead and I got the Thorne one. It is a once daily probiotic. You take it with food. I'm also looking to try to increase the dietary sources of probiotics, kefir, sauerkraut, yogurt, things like that. What I also have is a supplement called Berberine. I've used it before for optimizing ovarian health and hormonal management. and I haven't had side effects with it, so I'm okay restarting it. You take it twice a day with food. Additionally, speaking of what we know about a lot of women who have gut issues, they also are correlated, not necessarily caused, but maybe there's a correlation, not causation, with dysmenorrhea, painful periods, misovulation, things like that. So I did go ahead and get this supplement. It's an inositol drink blend, which I've had before, and I actually really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the taste of it, but I took it too infrequently. So now I will take it twice a day, once in the morning and once at night. I also went ahead and ordered melatonin because I could do a whole talk about sleep, but I know I can optimize it. Melatonin helps you fall asleep, not necessarily stay asleep, but I can tolerate it. And is also anti-inflammatory in nature. Sorry, I'm balancing here. Don't know why. So there's studies to suggest it might be anti-cancer. So I'm copacetic, continuing to take it. I'm doing anything I can to really optimize that parasympathetic nervous system and turn that on a little bit more. That's where our body can rest and digest, versus the sympathetic, which is chaos, alarm bells, fight or flight, stress. Time to chill out. Those are the supplements. 3-month supply. I'll keep you posted. Because I am a clinician with Thorne, I can create discounts and protocols for you. Drop a comment, a message, whatever. Let me know. They might have a test for you, or they might have a supplement that I could give you a little extra discount for. I trust them. I appreciate their quality. We'll see how it goes. Also, I'm at the spot where I'm willing to try anything, in the sense that I feel like I've tried a lot. I know there will be people, maybe medical professionals out there, that will be judgy when it comes to a method such as this. I don't know why I feel the need to defend myself, but I know that I can't keep going this direction without making a change. And the options that have been provided to me up until this point have not made a difference. Taking it into my own hands, we'll see what happens. I am optimistic, and I think that's the first time I've been optimistic about my health in a couple of years, so. It tastes like mixed berries. Food is medicine. Or it's toxic. Maybe it's because I already have a baseline of GI upset. Some people that start inositol will have looser stools, bloating. I can't tell a difference when I take it, so I'm cool doing it. They do make inositol supplements in pill form. That one I had an issue with. This drink mix, pretty copacetic. I'll drop all the links below, along with a Thorne discount.